The UFC has recently announced two of the most controversial title fights in the recent memory, and the MMA community is absolutely exploding with anger. UFC 324, Justin Gaethje vs Paddy Pimblett for the interim lightweight championship. UFC 325, Alexander Volkanovski vs Diego Lopes 2 for the featherweight championship. And here's the problem: nobody thinks these guys deserve their title shots. Let's start with Paddy Pimblett. This dude is 7-0 in the UFC with wins over Tony Ferguson and Michael Chandler, two fighters who were clearly past their prime and falling apart. Meanwhile, Arman Tsarukyan is sitting there with a victory over Dan Hooker, 5-fight win streak, #1 contender in the lightweight division, and he is being completely ignored. This isn't about who is the best fighter. This is about who sells the most pay-per-views and giving title shot based on hype instead of merit. The lightweight division is stacked with killers, and we are giving a title shot to a guy whose biggest wins are against washed up veterans. But wait, it gets worse. UFC 325 is giving us Volkanovski vs Diego Lopes 2, and this might be even more ridiculous than the Paddy situation. Volkanovski easily won their first fight, it wasn't even close, but Dana White is running this rematch back in Australia while completely bypassing two undefeated contenders who have been waiting patiently for their shots. Movsar Evloev, 19-0, undefeated, ranked #1 in the division. Leon Murphy, 17-0, also undefeated, ranked #4, and Diego Lopes, he is ranked #2. But the problem is that he already lost to Volkanovski. Leon Murphy went to social media and said it's not about who is the best anymore, it's about who is the most popular. And he is absolutely right. These guys have been grinding, winning fights, staying undefeated, doing everything the UFC asked them to do, and they are getting skipped for a rematch that nobody asked for. A rematch where the first fight wasn't even that close. This is the state of UFC right now. Ladies and gentlemen, marketing over merit. It's not about who deserves the shot anymore. It's about who sells the tickets and generates Instagram buzz. And the fighters like Arman Tsarukyan, Movsar Evloev and Leon Murphy are getting absolutely screwed in this process. So what do you think about this situation?